I know all over the world, some people say herb and some people say herb, so depending on what you say, I really might get on your nerves during this review. What's up everybody? It's Luke James, not the singer. If you're an indie artist looking for an album review and some promo, you can hit up Luke at redmattersite.com. And what I have for you boys and girls today is my review for Little Herb, who now goes by G Herbo. I have a review for his new mixtape, Ballin, Like I'm Kobe, or B-L-I-K, Blick. Now Herb is a 19-year-old drill artist from out of Chicago, and I gotta say, I was really surprised with this mixtape. I heard some of his songs before and I thought they were pretty dope, but this is the first time that I really drove into a project of his and listened to it from start to finish and really just dissected it and took it all in. And one of the things that I really like about Herb is how he's got a really gruff voice and confident flow. And you can especially hear that on the song Bricks and Mansions, where he drops one long verse about trying to get his money right and provide for his mother. But this tape all starts off with some soulful trap production on the song L's, where Herb tells a story of growing up in Eastside Chicago where drugs and guns run rampant. He spits some bars about how all the shit that he's been through, including losing friends to the streets, has made him cold, and that's one of the things that really sticks out to me about this mixtape. For only a 19-year-old man, Lil Herb has been through all kinds of crazy shit. And he does a great job at painting these pictures and expressing himself all through this mixtape. Take for example the song Remember, which has some beautiful production and vocals from The Mind, who a lot of you are probably familiar with from the work that he's done with Mick Jenkins. On this one, Herb says that he feels older than he really is because of all the shit that he's witnessed, from murder to rape and beyond. And then on the song Pain, he vividly paints a picture of walking by drug dealers, robbers, and murderers on his walk to work back when he was a young guy, and then walking that same walk 10 years later and seeing all that same shit. So I thought it was pretty interesting how he said that, because it's like he's saying things don't ever change sometimes. And it's all of this introspection and storytelling that make Little Herb, or G Herbo, more than just another drill rapper. Like on the song Peace of Mind, where he struggles to balance his career with his family life, and spits a line about how he loves where he's from, but he hates how whenever he's back there, he has to ride around with the heat for protection purposes. So as you can see, Herb isn't afraid to put himself out there and go deep. Am I annoying you yet with the way I say Herb? I know I'm not saying Herb, but can't help it, man. It's just my accent. I can't force the shit. I know I say things weird. You guys are on my case all the time about how I say bars and Kendrick Lamar and oh, look at the stars. Now of course there's a handful of simplistic bangers on here as well, including Gang and Don't Worry featuring Lil Bibby, Rollin, No Limit, which samples that old 90s dance hit by 2 Unlimited called No Limit, and there's also the song Ain't Right with Lil Durk. So these are all just trunk thumpers and shit that you can turn up and get wild to. And there's a couple of other ones like that on here as well, including Eastside, which I thought was one of the better bangers, at least in my opinion. And all these banging tracks aren't bad for what they are, just some loud and aggressive shit, but me personally, I just prefer the more softer and introspective side of Little Herb. Not that he really goes soft, but you know what I'm saying. I like when he's spitting over some more smooth and mellow beats and really telling his story and painting those pictures. I think that's where he really shines, but I understand that he's got to come with that heat too, because you know, a lot of people like that drill shit, and that's what Chicago is known for, so he's got to have some bassy bangers on there, like the song Watch Me Ball, which is just woo! That shit will blow your speakers out. I also want to mention the song Bottom of the Bottom, because that one is about starting from the bottom, obviously, and it has some great string production that really reminds me of Game of Thrones. When you hear this shit, you might think that winter is coming. And another song that has some fantastic production is 100 Days and 100 Nights. And on this one, Herbo gives us more of his hustle story over a thought-provoking beat that's all built around a vocal sample. So at the end of the day, this is a very high quality mixtape that I really recommend you check out. And don't think that Lil Herb, or G Herbo, is just another drill rapper, because there's a lot of shit here that he's speaking on, and he's very conscious and telling a lot of stories. He did a great job on this one. I do think that the first half of this mixtape is better than the second half, because like I said, I like the smoother, more introspective sound, but it's still a great mixtape that I give a 4 out of 5, and he did a good job with this one. So again, don't sleep, check this shit out. But that's just what I thought about it. Check it out for yourself and let me know what you think. And make sure you do all that good YouTube and social media stuff, where you like my videos, you share them, you follow me on Twitter, you retweet the videos, and you especially subscribe to my channel. Click that subscribe button so we can get to 7,500. which in turn will get you guys another FAQ video. So thank you for watching, boys and girls. I'll see you next time. I got some Casey Veggies coming up next. I also got to check out that Trap Soul album that a lot of you guys have been asking for. And of course, some more indie reviews. And there might be something special in the works for that Documentary 2 review. I'm not going to say what it is, but hopefully something goes through with that. So stay tuned. If it all works out, it's going to be some good shit.